There's something profoundly fascinating about the way the human body never stops working for us, even when we rest. Every heartbeat, every breath, every cell. Each one continues its delicate dance, quietly repairing, rebuilding, and renewing us through the night. And one of the greatest secrets of this nightly repair process lies in something so simple, so overlooked, yet so powerful. It's a vitamin. A vitamin that can help rebuild muscle, preserve strength, and keep you vital even at the age of 90. We often think muscle loss is inevitable with aging, that our bodies simply give up as the years go by. But science now tells us that's not true. The truth is, our muscles have a remarkable ability to regenerate, no matter our age, if we give them the right tools. And one of those tools is vitamin D. Yes, the sunshine vitamin, but what most people don't realize is that its benefits go far beyond bone health. Vitamin D is deeply involved in how our muscle cells function and repair themselves. When you have enough of it circulating in your system, your body sends powerful signals that activate stem cells inside your muscles. Those stem cells then transform into fresh, new muscle fibers. Now, imagine this happening while you sleep. Your body, at rest, quietly repairing what was broken, rebuilding what was weakened, strengthening what was fading. This is not just about staying fit, it's about cellular rejuvenation. Studies have shown that older adults with healthy vitamin D levels maintain more muscle mass, a better balance, and greater independence. They recover faster from exercise injuries, even illness. In essence, their bodies behave as though they are years younger than their chronological age. The timing of when you take this vitamin matters more than most people think. During the night, your body enters its natural repair mode. Growth hormones are released. Protein synthesis accelerates. Tissues rebuild. By taking vitamin D at night, especially with a source of healthy fats, you align it perfectly with your body's natural rhythm of restoration. It becomes part of your nightly orchestra of renewal. And it's not just vitamin D alone. Its magic amplifies when paired with magnesium and vitamin K2. Magnesium helps your muscles relax after a day of stress and tension. It ensures vitamin D is properly activated in your body. Vitamin K2 directs calcium into your bones and muscles, where it belongs, instead of letting it harden your arteries. Together, these nutrients form a synergy that supports both strength and longevity. Think about this, even at 90, your body still listens. Your muscles still respond. They are just waiting for the right message, the right signal, the right nutrient to awaken that repair switch. When you give your body what it needs, it never forgets how to heal itself. You are not just aging, you are rebuilding night after night, cell by cell. So when the day winds down and the world grows quiet, remember that your body is entering one of its most powerful healing states. Supporting it with the right vitamin at the right time isn't just a supplement routine. It's an act of renewal. The kind of renewal that keeps you moving, thriving, and strong no matter how many candles are on your cake. Because your body's potential for repair doesn't stop at 40, 60, or even 90. It only pauses when you stop giving it what it needs to continue the miracle. When the sun sets and the world grows calm, a quiet transformation begins within you. It is easy to think of sleep as simply the absence of activity, but the truth is, your body is hard at work in ways you might never have imagined. Deep within your cells, an incredible rebuilding process begins, one that determines how strong you will feel tomorrow, how resilient your body will remain as the years go by, and how much vitality you can preserve even in your later decades. At the center of this process lies something profoundly simple, something so ordinary that most people overlook it entirely, a single vitamin that, when taken at the right time, can awaken the body's own natural power to rebuild muscle, renew strength, and sustain life at its highest potential, even at 90 years old. Every cell in your body speaks a biochemical language, and that language depends on nutrients, especially those that regulate how your muscles grow, repair, and recover. Vitamin D is one of the key messengers in this system. It tells your muscle cells when to activate, when to repair, and when to build new tissue. It doesn't just support the structure of muscle, it commands it. For decades, scientists believed that vitamin D's primary function was related to bones, but research has now illuminated something far greater. This vitamin acts like a hormone, interacting with receptors found in nearly every cell of the body, including the muscle fibers that keep you standing, walking, and moving with energy. When your vitamin D levels are optimal, it's as if your body's internal orchestra begins to play in perfect rhythm. The signals that tell your muscles to repair after strain or microdamage become louder, clearer, and more effective. This matters at any age, but it becomes crucial as we grow older, because with age comes a gradual decline in something called muscle protein synthesis, the process your body uses to build and maintain muscle fibers. Around the age of 30, this process begins to slow, and without proper nutrients, it continues to decline each decade. By the time most people reach 70 or 80, they lose up to 40% of their muscle mass. But that decline is not destiny. It's a sign that the body needs better support, not that it has stopped caring. Taking vitamin D at night aligns perfectly with your body's natural circadian rhythm. The moment you drift into deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone, a powerful agent that stimulates cell repair, tissue regeneration, and muscle recovery. It's during these hours that your body rebuilds the damage from the day. Whether that's from exercise, stress, or the simple wear and tear of living. By taking vitamin D before bed, you ensure that your bloodstream carries the nutrient when your cells are most active in repair. Think of it as giving your body the right tool at the exact moment it's about to start construction. It's important to remember that vitamin D is fat soluble, meaning it absorbs best when taken with healthy fats. A small evening snack containing olive oil, avocado, nuts, or a bit of yogurt can help the vitamin reach your bloodstream more efficiently. And what's truly fascinating is that this small act, taking one nutrient at the right time, can set off a cascade of benefits throughout your entire system. It influences not only your muscle strength, but also your immune system, your mood, your cardiovascular health, and even how well you sleep. The body doesn't separate these functions, it treats them as one. When you help one system, you support them all. Now imagine a 90-year-old man who can still lift himself out of a chair with ease, walk up a flight of stairs, or carry groceries from the car without struggle. That strength is not luck, it's biology in motion. Studies have shown that older adults with adequate vitamin D levels have greater muscle density, fewer falls, and faster recovery from illness or surgery. Their muscles retain tone, flexibility, and energy. Their cells stay responsive to growth signals, something that used to be considered impossible after a certain age. What's happening here is that their bodies are still responding to the same biochemical cues that they did in youth. The cues that vitamin D helps amplify. But vitamin D rarely works alone. The human body is a network of interactions, and some nutrients amplify each other's effects. Magnesium is one of them. Without magnesium, your body can't properly convert vitamin D into its active form. So, if you're taking vitamin D but your magnesium levels are low, you're only unlocking part of its potential. Magnesium also helps your muscles relax during sleep. It calms the nervous system, reduces inflammation, and improves sleep quality, which in turn enhances recovery. When taken together, vitamin D and magnesium form a powerful partnership for muscle regeneration. Then there's vitamin K2, the often forgotten companion. While vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium, vitamin K2 ensures that calcium is directed to the right places, your bones and muscles, rather than soft tissues like arteries where it can cause harm. Think of K2 as the traffic controller for calcium, guiding it to the destinations that strengthen rather than weaken your body. Together, D2 and magnesium create a trio of nutrients that rebuild from the inside out, protecting muscle, bone, and cardiovascular health all at once. The nightly rebuilding process isn't just physical, it's deeply metabolic. When your body repairs muscles, it burns energy and fat more efficiently. It regulates insulin better. It keeps inflammation under control. This is why people who maintain healthy muscle mass into their later years often enjoy better energy, clearer minds, and longer lifespans. Muscle is not just about movement, it's one of your body's most important organs for health and longevity. It's a metabolic powerhouse that regulates hormones, protects organs, and even influences how your brain functions. Your muscles act as reservoirs for amino acids and glucose, and they communicate with your brain through chemical messengers known as myokines. When you move your muscles, these myokines tell your brain to release mood-lifting chemicals and your immune system to reduce inflammation. But to keep producing these benefits, your muscles need to be repaired and nourished. This is where the right vitamin, taken at the right time, becomes so transformative. Picture this as you sleep. Vitamin D binds to receptors inside your muscle cells, turning on genes that promote growth and strength. Magnesium helps relax your muscles and enhance blood flow. ensuring nutrients reach every fiber. Vitamin K2 makes sure calcium strengthens rather than stiffens. The result is that each morning, you wake up with muscles that are slightly stronger, tissues that are slightly more resilient, and energy that is slightly more abundant. It's the accumulation of these small nightly miracles that allows a person to stay strong even into their 90s. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest misconceptions, that aging automatically means frailty. It doesn't. Frailty comes when repair slows down, and not because the body forgets how, but because it runs out of the raw materials it needs. Imagine trying to build a house without nails or wood. You'd still have the blueprint, but no supplies. That's what happens when your body lacks essential vitamins and minerals. The blueprint for repair is still there. It's just waiting for you to provide the tools. Even the oldest muscles can grow stronger. Studies on men and women in their 80s and 90s have shown muscle growth after strength training, provided their nutrient levels were adequate. Their muscle fibers increased in size, their balance improved, and their independence returned. These aren't miracles. They are the body's natural capacity reignited. The signal for repair never disappears. It only gets quieter when we stop listening to what the body needs. When you take vitamin D at night, you are essentially giving your cells the permission and power to do their best work. It's like turning on a switch inside your muscles that says, rebuild. The body knows what to do next. It begins repairing damaged proteins, creating new mitochondria, and replenishing glycogen stores. It reduces inflammation and resets the hormonal balance between cortisol and growth hormone. Over time, these nightly repairs accumulate into lasting strength and vitality. And what about those who spend little time in the sun or live in regions where sunlight is scarce for months at a time? They are often the ones most in need. The modern lifestyle, indoors, behind screens, under artificial light, has made vitamin D deficiency incredibly common. Without enough of it, muscles weaken, bones age, fatigue sets in, and recovery slows. But with proper supplementation, even the most depleted systems can reignite their vitality. It's not just about supplements, it's about restoring harmony between your body's natural cycles and the nourishment it receives. When you combine proper nutrition, light physical movement during the day, and restorative sleep at night, you create an environment where repair thrives. Think of your body as a garden. It flourishes when the soil is rich, the timing is right, and it receives what it needs to grow. Even your brain benefits. Vitamin D receptors are abundant in areas of the brain responsible for memory, mood, and cognition. By taking it consistently, you're not just strengthening muscles, you're protecting your mind. Older adults with sufficient vitamin D levels show slower cognitive decline and better focus. Muscle and mind are not separate entities, they work together in one integrated system. Each night, your body performs millions of microscopic repairs, each one essential for keeping you strong and alive. The heart, the lungs, the immune system, all rely on this nightly renewal. A vitamin D helps regulate more than 1,000 genes involved in these functions. It tells your cells when to divide, when to rest, and when to rebuild. This isn't passive aging, it's active regeneration. There is something profoundly hopeful about this truth. It means that no matter your age, your body still listens to you. It still responds. Even at 90, if you feed it the right message, it will awaken the same healing mechanisms it had when you were 20. The capacity for repair is written into your biology. It never expires. The world often talks about anti-aging as though it's a battle to be won. But what if it's not a battle at all? What if it's a partnership? A dialogue between you and your body where you learn to give it what it has been asking for all along. The vitamins, the rest, the nourishment, the rhythm of night and day, they are all part of this conversation. Taking vitamin D at night is one of the simplest, most powerful ways to say to your body, I'm giving you what you need to keep going. And each morning, when you rise with more strength in your step and more clarity in your mind, you'll know that while the world slept, your body was hard at work rewriting its own future. It wasn't giving up, it was rebuilding. Not slowing down, it was becoming new again. Because the truth is, vitality doesn't fade with age, it fades with neglect. But when you listen to your body's quiet signals and nourish it with what it truly needs, you awaken its timeless power to heal, renew, and thrive. At 40, 70, or even 90. Even as you read this, your body is alive with motion and purpose. Inside every cell, enzymes are working, proteins are forming, and mitochondria are producing energy to keep you alive. None of this stops, not even for a moment. But something truly extraordinary happens when night falls. The body begins its most important task, repair. It's as if, when the world goes dark, your internal systems light up, focusing their full attention on rebuilding everything that was worn down during the day. Every heartbeat, every movement, every thought you had, it all left behind tiny traces of damage that must be repaired for you to stay strong and healthy. And one of the most important ways you can help this process is through something so simple, so easily available, that we almost overlook it entirely: the right vitamin. The taken at the right time. It may sound small, but timing matters. When you give your body what it needs at the precise moment it is ready to use it, you unlock a power that can transform your health from the inside out. That's the case with vitamin D, a nutrient often called the sunshine vitamin, but which functions more like a hormone, influencing every organ and tissue in your body. It is especially critical for muscles, and not just young ones. Studies have shown that people in their 80s and 90s can still grow new muscle fibers when their vitamin D levels are restored. The body never forgets how to heal. It simply waits for the right message, the right conditions, to do what it was designed to do. When you take vitamin D at night, something remarkable happens. You synchronize it with the body's natural rhythm of repair. During the deep stages of sleep, your pituitary gland releases growth hormone, the same chemical responsible for muscle development in your youth. It's the hormone that tells your body to rebuild damaged tissue, to lay down new proteins, and to strengthen the connections between your nerves and muscles. But this hormone works best when the nutrients it needs are already present in your bloodstream. That's why vitamin D, along with its key partners magnesium and vitamin K2, is so powerful when taken before bed. Together, they give your body the signal and the raw materials it needs to repair and rebuild. Let's look a little closer at what happens in those nighttime hours. As you sleep, your breathing slows, your heartbeat steadies, and your muscles finally get a chance to rest. This is when microscopic tears from physical activity, whether from exercise, walking, or even standing, begin to heal. Your immune cells move into those tiny tears, clearing away damaged proteins and stimulating the creation of new ones. Vitamin D steps in here, activating genes that regulate muscle cell growth. It helps your muscle stem cells, called satellite cells, divide and mature into fully functioning muscle fibers. In simpler terms, it's the key that unlocks your body's natural ability to replace old tissue with new. Now imagine that happening in a person who's 90 years old. Most people assume that by that age, the body's ability to repair itself is gone, but studies show that's not true. Even at advanced ages, the body continues to renew itself as long as it has the proper signals and nutrients. The difference between someone who stays strong and active and someone who becomes frail is often just a matter of whether those signals are still being supported. Vitamin D is one of those vital signals. It's a messenger that keeps the conversation between your genes and your muscles alive. But it's not just about muscle strength. Vitamin D affects nearly every system in your body. It supports heart health, improves mood, enhances immune defense, and helps regulate inflammation. The same vitamin that helps your muscles rebuild also keeps your arteries flexible, your brain sharper, and your energy levels stable. It even plays a role in sleep quality by helping regulate melatonin production and maintaining balanced levels of calcium and magnesium, which calm your nervous system before rest. When you take vitamin D at night, especially with a little healthy fat, you're feeding your body exactly what it needs to carry out its nightly symphony of repair. Still, there's something even more fascinating: the synergy between nutrients. Vitamin D doesn't work alone. It's part of a larger network of cooperation inside your body. Magnesium is the quiet partner that ensures vitamin D becomes active. Without it, your body can't properly use the vitamin you take. Magnesium also relaxes your muscles, reduces cramps, and helps you fall asleep more deeply. Then there's vitamin K2, which works like a traffic officer for calcium. When vitamin D increases calcium absorption, K2 makes sure that calcium goes into your bones and muscles, not your arteries or joints. When you combine all three, the result is a balanced, powerful system of repair that keeps you strong from the inside out. Picture this routine after a long day. You sit down for a light evening meal, maybe a handful of nuts, a slice of avocado, or a spoonful of olive oil with your dinner. You take your vitamin D and magnesium with it. As you sleep that night, your body uses those nutrients to rebuild, strengthen, and renew. Over the weeks that follow, your energy begins to feel different. You notice that climbing stairs feels easier, your posture feels steadier, and even your recovery after activity feels quicker. You wake up less stiff, more balanced, more alive. That's not coincidence. That's biology working in your favor. The human body is designed to adapt, to repair, and to survive. Muscle tissue is one of the most dynamic parts of this design. It's constantly breaking down and rebuilding, even when you're not exercising. In fact, the average adult replaces about 1 to 2% of their muscle mass every day. The process never stops, it just slows down when nutrients are missing or when lifestyle habits interfere with natural rhythms. Late night eating, poor sleep, or chronic stress can all interfere with the hormones that support muscle repair. But when you restore balance, through better sleep, better nutrition, and strategic supplementation, you awaken a system that has been waiting to serve you all along. Many people think of muscle as just something you need for strength or appearance, but it's much more than that. Muscle is a living organ. It communicates with your brain, your heart, and even your immune system through molecules called myokines. When your muscles are healthy, these myokines circulate through your bloodstream, reducing inflammation, improving metabolism, and even protecting your brain from cognitive decline. A healthy muscle mass can literally slow the aging process. It's one of the reasons why people who stay active and nutritionally balanced live longer, stronger lives. And it all begins with giving your body the right ingredients to maintain that tissue, even while you sleep. If you were to look at your muscles under a microscope after a good night's sleep and proper nutrition, you would see a landscape of renewal. Damaged fibers replaced by new ones, mitochondria multiplying, energy stores replenished. Each of these micro repairs contributes to your overall vitality. And over time, they add up. The small choices, like taking vitamin D at night, create big changes in how your body functions year after year. Now, consider what happens when vitamin D is missing. Your muscles start to lose tone. You might feel weaker, more fatigued, or more prone to injury. You might notice that you don't recover as quickly after activity, or that your balance feels off. These are not just signs of age, they're signs of deficiency. And when that deficiency is corrected, the improvements can be dramatic. People regain energy, strength, and mobility. They rediscover their confidence in their own bodies. Even the heart, which is itself a muscle, benefits from this process. Vitamin D helps regulate calcium in heart muscle cells, supporting their contraction and relaxation cycle. It keeps blood vessels supple and helps control blood pressure. This is why people with adequate vitamin D levels often have healthier cardiovascular systems and more stable energy levels. The benefits are not isolated, they ripple across your entire physiology. At night, when your body rests, your heart rate slows, your breathing deepens, and your cells switch into restoration mode. During this phase, your body produces antioxidant enzymes that clear away damaged molecules, your immune system strengthens, and your muscles repair microtears caused by everyday activity. This is the period when vitamin D becomes a catalyst for renewal. It tells your genes to upregulate repair proteins, enhances calcium and phosphate metabolism, and supports the hormonal signals that drive muscle growth. By aligning supplementation with this nightly window, you make every hour of rest more productive and regenerative. There's something beautifully simple about this idea. In a world filled with complex health advice, the most powerful changes often come from understanding timing, consistency, and nature's own rhythm. The body's repair cycle is not random. It's deeply connected to light, dark rest, and nourishment. The night is when repair happens, and your role is to provide what the body needs for that repair to be complete. It's inspiring to know that even in our later years, we can take active steps to regain strength, vitality, and independence. The elderly man who walks briskly through his neighborhood at 90 is not a mystery of genetics. He is the result of steady, intelligent care. The woman who still dances, gardens, and laughs with energy in her 80s isn't lucky. She's nourished. Her body is doing what it's meant to do, a repair and rebuild every single night. There is also an emotional component to this process. When you start giving your body the tools it needs to heal, you begin to feel a sense of trust again, a trust in your body's ability to take care of you. That trust changes everything. It influences your mindset, your motivation, even your happiness. You stop fearing aging and start cooperating with it. You start to understand that vitality isn't something you lose, it's something you nurture. The power of the body to rebuild muscle, even at 90, is not just a biological fact, it's a reminder of human potential. It shows us that the body was designed with resilience in mind. Your cells know how to repair. Your muscles know how to strengthen. Your systems know how to balance. You just have to give them what they need. That's the beauty of it. The answers aren't hidden in laboratories or complicated regimens. They're already inside you, waiting to be awakened each night. When you close your eyes tonight, your body will begin its nightly ritual again. Your cells will get to work. Your muscles will repair. Your heart will recover. And if you give it that one small vitamin before you rest, you will be taking part in a process as ancient and miraculous as life itself. The process of renewal, of strength restored, of the human body's quiet, unending ability to rebuild itself, no matter the number of years you've lived. So tonight, when you turn off the lights and the world around you grows silent, remember, your body is still listening. It's waiting for your next instruction, ready to rebuild, ready to renew. You are not too old, not too late, not too far gone to start again. Every cell inside you is designed for repair, and the moment you give it what it needs, it begins the work of restoration. A one simple choice, like taking the right vitamin at night, can awaken a chain reaction of healing that echoes through every part of your being. Strength doesn't come from youth, it comes from nourishment, from consistency, from faith in your body's ability to regenerate. Even at 90, your body still holds the blueprint for power, vitality, and life. Feed that design, trust that process, and each morning, arise as proof that the body never stops fighting for you. It only waits for you to join the fight with it.